Do you know how to multiply and divide radicals? Let's take a look at an example. Here we have the square root of 3 times the square root of 4. We can multiply the numbers inside the radicals when we multiply radicals, and we can bring that over into our answer. Square root of 3 times the square root of 4 is equal to the square root of 12. Well, you can also simplify first. So this is one way to do it, multiply and then simplify. Square root of 12 would simplify to the square root of 4 times the square root of 3, which is what we started with, which becomes 2 square roots of 3. Boy, that seems like a long way to go. Let's look at the beginning problem again. The square root of 3 times the square root of 4. Now here, right away, we can simplify the radical. We can simplify the square root of 4. It becomes 2, and then we bring over the square root of 3. 2 square roots of 3 is our answer. Whether you simplify first or whether you simplify after, notice that these two answers are the same. What about if we have one like this? The square root of 3 times the square root of 5. Now neither one of these radicals simplifies right away, so we're going to multiply. Square root of 3 times the square root of 5 is equal to the square root of 15. Now sometimes you're going to have one that is division, not multiplication. Let's take a look at a division problem using radicals. Here I have the square root of 6 divided by the square root of 3. Now in order to work with this division problem, I need to do something called rationalizing the denominator. That's when I take the denominator and I multiply the numerator and the denominator by the denominator. Now I can multiply across. Square root of 6 times the square root of 3 is the square root of 18 over the square root of 3 times the square root of 3, which is the square root of 9. Now I can simplify. Let's start off by breaking down the numerator. 18, the square root of 18, can be simplified to the square root of 9 times the square root of 2 over the square root of 9. Square root of 9 and the square root of 9 cancel. My answer is simply the square root of 2. Here's another one. The square root of 5 divided by the square root of 2. Again, we're going to rationalize the denominator. We're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the square root of 2. And in the numerator, I get the square root of 10. And in the denominator, I get the square root of 4. Square root of 10 can't be simplified anymore, so I'm going to leave that alone. The square root of 4 can be simplified to 2. This is my answer. Take a look at this one. I have 3 square roots of 3 in the numerator and the square root of 2 in the denominator. Let's rationalize the denominator. We multiply the numerator and the denominator by the square root of 2. And in the numerator, I end up with 3 square roots of 6. In the denominator, I end up with the square root of 4. Now, the square root of 4 simplifies and becomes 2. I can't do anything with this numerator. It's already in simplest form. So I bring over the 3 square roots of 6. And this is my answer.